have only met 4 people off of the Tinder app. It was nothing to write home about. Then I matched up with this blonde girl and she was the same age as me. Only thing was that she only had 2 pictures on her profile and most other people I have talked to have 5 or more. And everyone knows how girls love to take selfie pics. At the time I didn't think anything about it. She was very attractive, so it had me wondering why would she be on this app, or was this going to be some person using someone else's pictures? We started chatting and ended up exchanging numbers. Then one night she asked me if I was doing anything and I told her no, that I just got home from work. She asked if she could come over. I normally do not have people over that I do not know, but I went against my better judgment and told her sure, come over. She said she was going to get ready and for me to text her my address. About 45 minutes later I hear a knock at my door. I went and looked through the window and it was her. So I opened the door to greet her. She was even more attractive than her pictures. I invited her in and gave her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, trying not to make this meeting weird. I got a feeling that something was off, but I could not put my finger on it. You know when you have that feeling in your gut that something is off or just not right. We sat down on my couch and I was asking her stuff and her answers were short. I could not tell if she was just nervous or something else. I asked how was the drive over and she just laughed. Me thinking to myself that that was not a joke. Now I have the feeling that this was a bad idea having her over. I turned the TV on so there would not be awkward silence. I could see her looking at me out of the corner of her eye and it gave me an uneasy feeling. The next thing I get a text. It was one of my friends by luck. But I told her it was my boss asking me to come in early for work in the morning, trying to give her a hint to leave without coming out and saying it. She was acting like she did not want to leave. I finally was like, I need to get up early in the morning, that I need to get some sleep. This meeting felt so awkward, I knew something was off with her. She finally left and I was thinking to myself, what is up with her? About 10 minutes later she texted me saying, are you in bed? I did not text her back. Then she sent me like 5 texts in a row with all question marks. Then 3 more texts saying, hello, are you there? Why are you not answering me back? So I blocked her number. She was acting too weird for me. It was about midnight, so I ended up going to bed, and at night I usually get up a few times a night. I am a very light sleeper. But also something just did not feel right. I ended up leaving my phone in the living room, so I went to go get it, and when I picked it up I have missed calls and texts from a number I do not know. One text says, why did you block me? And the other one said, you should remember to lock your front door when you let someone out. My jaw hit the floor like, what is wrong with this girl? The last text was a pic of me sleeping and I freaked out. I was like, this girl is a psycho. I had the feeling that someone was watching me. I have a pretty big house, it's a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath. If she is still in here, she could be hiding anywhere. My instincts about her were right. I should have never let her come over. I ended up calling the police and let them know what had happened. I did not know what else to do. I explained to them that I had a person over that I had met online and ended up asking her to leave because I had a bad feeling. That she left, but she ended up coming back, and that I somehow left my front door open, and that I think this girl is in my house, and she texted me a pic of me sleeping in my bed. I think she is still in my house hiding somewhere. The dispatcher said they would send an officer over. Less than 5 minutes later 2 officers showed up and I explained the whole story. Also showed them the text messages and the picture she sent of me sleeping. They both went into my house and looked in all the rooms. Even in my garage they were in there for about 15 minutes. They said they looked all over. And no sign of her. I did file a report and gave them all of the info I had on her. They asked if I wanted to press charges and I said yes. When they looked her up, the name she gave me was not her. Somehow they were able to get her real name, which was Monica, and she did live only about 15 minutes away. They said I could get a restraining order and that they could charge her with burglary and possible stalking. They did advise me to get some cameras, which I was actually in the process of. I got up the next day feeling like this was sort of a nightmare. No more dating sites for me. And I am not letting anyone over to my house that I do not know.